Alright, guess we're going to do a little walk and talk. I've got this microphone set up now, so we'll see how that works. Let's hook to these headphones, see how it works out. Anyway, let's start over here. The never-ending supply of bananas coming from pretty much all over the place. I mean, I've got bananas kind of all over the property, and they just keep producing pups, so it's just like free bananas. Once you buy one banana, you pretty much have bananas for the rest of your life with proper distribution. And we got papayas. These are pomegranates. Been planting those all over the property. Nice little mango there. This avocado's doing really good. Started that from seed and it's cranking. It's probably about 3.5, 4 foot tall now. Got some loquats. Start those from seeds. Some cherries. Those are all seed starts. Another mango. It's doing pretty good. Another mango here. This is an avocado that just does not look very happy at all. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Let it keep growing for now, and eventually I might just hack it. There's another mango. It's doing pretty good. It's growing weird, though. It's got like a little dog leg at the bottom, so I've got to have it staked up as it falls over. But other than that, it's growing great, but it's got a goofy little dog leg, so I'm not sure if that one's going to make it. It might end up breaking at some point in its life, but we'll let it ride for now. It's still doing pretty good until it's not. Another papaya, some citrus. We don't need this one. There we go. Excuse me. Main garden's doing pretty good. That Royal Point sienna tree is getting pretty big. Started that from seed about 2 years ago, and its son bitch is about 20 foot tall now. So that's pretty cool. All the ground cover sweet potato in the garden. Really helps keep the weeds down too, the sweet potato. So it's like kind of a multi-function ground cover, because it's really pretty, obviously. Sweet potato is beautiful, and it vines out and it grows like a weed, and it helps to suppress a lot of other things that you probably don't want, and it prevents you from having to do a lot of weeding. You don't have to really come out and do much in there, because the sweet potato just takes over and kind of prevents a lot of stuff from growing that you don't want to grow. So as you can see, all throughout the garden, it's just cascading over the edge of the garden. Through the whole thing, it's just the entire surface is just covered in sweet potato vine. So yeah, you get that natural weed block, and on top of that, you get sweet potatoes if you ever need them. These cannabis hibiscus are blooming right now, so that's pretty cool. Those are really pretty, and they're blooming kind of all over the place right now. The cranberry hibiscus aren't blooming yet, so I don't know what their deal is. There's Dusty. Dusty Doo! He's a big boy. Yeah. This is a little area I've been working on. Chopping down trees, Oh yeah, look at this. It's pretty cool. It's a old box spring from from a mattress that I had thrown in the fire pit. It really didn't burn up because of the metal, obviously. So I just made some posts and put it here and planted a passion fruit underneath it. And the passion fruit vine's starting to produce some fruits. So that's pretty cool. This one's looks like it's not gonna make it. This one looks pretty good though. So it'd be cool if I can get some more seeds, because these things are awesome. Passion fruit vines are amazing. Love growing them, man. But I got those kind of all over the property. We'll see more of that as we go through. Got some bamboo, some more bananas, more sweet potato. The sweet potato just grows wild, man. It's growing pretty good out here. This is a little wild area. Just planted a few things, but you can see the sweet potato is just taking over out here, which is pretty cool. Some more cranberry hibiscus. There's another cannabis hibiscus over there with a flower on it too. So that's pretty cool. Got a mulberry there. Another banana. Just planted some bamboo cuttings out here. They're doing pretty good. Got one there. Got one right there. Mosquitoes. This one doesn't look like it made it. That one looks like it's dead. That's okay. Got one over there too that's doing really good. Alright, I need to get out from back here. These mosquitoes. Take a little shortcut through here. More sweet potato. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Whoa. This little area is pretty sweet back here. This used to all just be a bunch of fucking insanity. It is still insane, but now it's insane with things that I want to be growing back here, not just the bullshit that used to grow back here. Some more passion vine right here. Pretty cool. I got a whole mess of bamboo back here. I got some running bamboo and some clumping bamboo. But bamboo's doing really good. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Oh yeah, I just cleared this little area out, chopped a bunch of trees down and opened up the sunshine and planted. This grass just grows wild back here. I don't even know what it is, but it just kind of grows wild, so I just let it do its thing. So I planted this old hammy bamboo. That's doing really good. This is just a cutting, this thing right here. And as you can see, it's already starting to produce some shoots. We got one here, and one here, and one over here. So that's pretty cool. Super stoked about that. He loves it, dude. He loves coming out here and just running around. Look at him. He just does his little circuit. He rips around all the garden beds, and here he comes. Fucking loves it, dude. Oh shit. That's more bananas. Some more bananas over here too. There's another bamboo clump. It's doing really good. More nanners. Oh shit. This little tree here. This was a a little baby seedling that Dina brought back from the Keys. She said it was a really pretty tree. And that's what it seems to be turning into. There's the blooms that it creates. Get in there. Yeah. So, it's pretty neat. Seems to be happy out here. I got 3 of those. That one's doing the best of the 3 of them. So, oh, look at this. It's goldenrod. It's just growing wild out here. I gotta grow. It grows all over the place. And before it bloomed, like a couple years ago, I used to see it growing, and I would cut it. I would chop it down because I didn't know what it was. And this year, I just kind of let it grow, so I kind of just gave up on trying to chop everything down. And look at that. It has these really pretty blooms that come on it. It's goldenrod, I guess. So that's pretty cool. Had a lot of surprises out here with things like that you just let it grow and you end up getting something that you actually like. So it's like, imagine that. Something that I like. That's a big ass mulberry. I think it's called Pakistan mulberry. Right there with the big giant leaves. I don't even know if you could tell how big these leaves are. They're like quite a bit bigger than my hand, as you can see. Okay, so here's a small one, right? And look how much bigger. So that's just a little. These ones up top are much bigger. So yeah, Pakistan mulberries, they get like, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches long. Get pretty big, so I'm super excited about that. Hopefully we'll get some berries from that thing next year. Some pomegranates out here. Snake plants. Prepping these. So I extended this bed from way over there all the way through here over to there. So I'm going to use this area right here in the middle of this spot. I'm going to plant a mango there, and I may plant another one just on this other side over here. So I prepped this whole bed with mulch, and I'm going to let it sit here and kind of rot down till we get to probably February. And then around there, once we get out of the worst part of winter, if we even have a winter, we'll see. But once we get to, around about mid-February, probably start planting out here. And then I had a really old, hold on. I had a really old grapefruit tree that was planted over here. And it wasn't doing very well. It was just old and tired. So I ripped it out, pulled the trunk out, dug a big hole, backfilled it with a bunch of compost and dead plants and different things. So then filled it back, or covered it back over with the mulch. So hopefully that'll just rot down and make like a really good, really rich soil base. So when I go to plant, I think I'm going to put that one avocado right there. So when I go to plant that, the soil will be nicely amended. Yeah. There's a blue jacaranda. I hope that blooms next year. We'll see. It's got a fig. There's a little cherry tree over there. I just planted 3 pomegranates. Extended these beds out. Made the beds a little bit bigger. Put pomegranates in around the edges. So we'll see how that. Oh, another banana. Love these bananas, but see what they do? You just plant one banana. And so these 2 right here, the bigger ones, were from that one right there. It's I already had to cut it out because it produced and now it's gone. But then got this one and another one there and another one right there. So, you just put one banana in the ground and it'll turn into a multitude. They just keep giving and giving. And all you gotta do is, if you want bananas somewhere else on your property, just dig up the pup. Just break it away from the mother plant. Dig it out with a shovel around the circumference of the pup. Pop that sumbitch in the ground somewhere else. You got a whole nother stand of bananas. So can't go wrong with that, man. It's pretty sweet. Some canna flowers. This is the rainbow eucalyptus. Starting to get some size to her. Yeah, this bark just peels off. And eventually, as she gets older and older, the coloration gets more and more defined inside the trunk. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But this thing's probably 25 foot tall by now. What do we got? We got some mulberries. They're going to be dying back. They still got some growth on them, but it's getting to be the time of year they start dying back. Another papaya. Some more sweet potato. There's another one of those keys trees. Not blooming. And then we got some more passion vine over here with a little fruit on it right there. This one actually has several fruits scattered about in there, but fuck these mosquitoes, man. I should have put some spray on before I came out here, but yeah, whatever. Popcorn plant. Smells like popcorn. Damn, smells just like popcorn, dude. Like literally like buttery popcorn from the movie theater. Get out of here, mosquito. Papaya. Pencil leaf plumeria. Alright, I gotta move. I gots to move, y'all. These mosquitoes. The goddamn mosquitoes. A pomegranate. Just coming along. Just planted that recently. I had a papaya over here, but it was looked like shit, so pulled that sumbitch out and planted a pomegranate there. Much better. And we got another pomegranate right here. And gardenia right there. And another pomegranate here. Ow, fucker. Just planted that one too recently. And then over here, this is all passion vine. This is a different variety than the one that actually has fruit on it. This one, it'll make little fruits, but they always fall off. They don't seem to stay on this particular variety of passion vine. But this thing will bloom like a son of a bitch. It just non-stop blooms. I mean, you can see they're just everywhere. These blooms are just all over the place on this thing. I mean, it's just covered with blooms, and it's always got bees and butterflies and stuff on it. So it looks good. It's cool as shit, but fucking just doesn't produce any fruit, which is fine. I mean, not everything has to produce fruit. I mean, it'd be nice if it did, but at least it's pretty, and it's got this living trellis that it's growing on. See, it's just like a canopy, but it's growing on top of an old grapefruit tree. And look, come in here, it's like a little cave in here. You could like live in here. It's just, there's a grapefruit tree in the back right there. You can see and this passion vine is just growing all over it, man. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's a powder puff tree that grown from seed from another powder puff tree that we had purchased a few years ago. And that thing blooms constantly. It's constantly throwing out seeds, and some of the seeds will sprout in the yard, and I'll find them, and I'm like, oh look, there's a little baby powder puff. I'll dig it up and put it in a pot and Now I got like 3 of these. I mean, I could have as many as I want, really, because the thing produces a shit ton of seeds. So, I mean, I could have tons of these if I wanted. But, you know, it's good to have a few here and there. Another pomegranate. So, that big-ass bamboo. Look at that thing way up there. Alright. Let's go ahead and... what did I just see there? Nothing. Let's go back this way. Oh, papaya. Moringa. I don't know how long that's going to stay there. Probably going to rip that thing out and put a mango or something there. So I'd like to have more mangoes. That's a lemon-scented eucalyptus. Bought that when it was like 2 feet tall. It's only like a year and a half old. Thing's already like, I don't know, that's a good 15 feet. She's growing like a weed, man. More pencil leaf plumeria. Looking pretty good. I can't even see the screen if you can see that. I'm probably going to dig out these bananas because they've never really done well right there for whatever reason. I just don't like it there. So I think I'm going to dig those up. I'm going to dig out this grapevine that doesn't seem to be doing shit. And I'll probably split the difference somewhere in here and plant another mango. I'm probably going to have to amend the soil quite a bit. Look at all that. Goldenrod. It's just pockets of it all over the place. It's really pretty. Yeah. More sweet potato, obviously. I mean, I planted that shit everywhere, so it's just kind of like a wild ground cover. You know, I don't harvest the sweet potatoes because I don't need them. But if I ever needed sweet potato, if I ever needed survival food, it's just all over the place. This fucking banana stand, these things are like 15 to 20 foot tall. Fuck, man, they're huge. That started from one banana. One banana that was like, let's see if we can find the smallest one in here. Because there's, some pretty good sized pups. There we go. It was one banana that big. Like 1.5 feet tall. That's what started this entire thing right here. That is now, I don't know, probably 10 feet around at the base, full of banana stems, and they, stretching out almost 20 foot. So this thing produces tons of bananas. I get tons of bananas off that. And oh yeah, there's that mama powder puff right there. That's where all the powder puffs come from. You can see it's got some blooms on it right now, but it usually has a lot more blooms on it. I mean, this is pretty light bloomage compared to what it usually has. But it's funny because when it makes the seeds, it's got these like seed pods that come on, and they get like real dry, and they just at some point they just explode. Pow! I mean, you can actually hear it when they pop off. Sounds like a little firecracker. Here's one. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. So there's seed pods right here. But see how they're all bent? When they get under pressure, and when they split, they just explode. Pow! And they fling the seeds all over the place. And then eventually, I think I got a couple over here I could show you. Yeah, this is... when they explode, this is how far they'll fly. Like, look, this is about 30 feet from that powder puff. There's a little baby one growing right there. So, that's what I'll do, is I'll just find those little guys and just dig them up and put them in a pot. Oh, there's another one right there. So, yeah, that's what they do, I'm sure some of them explode into the pond, so they're not going to grow out there. But, So yeah, so I can grow as many powder puff trees as I want, really. I mean, I could have a powder puff farm. Probably sell these fucking things, but yeah, whatever. Gives a shit. Yeah, what else we got over here? Oh, another passion vine growing up this pine tree. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it up there. That's passion vine. And that's the fruit-bearing one. So I've got some that bear fruit. I mean, that one's not bearing fruit right now, obviously. It's a little too young still, but I got some that variety bears fruit, and the other variety does not, for whatever reason, because it's a fucking asshole. But at least it's pretty and it attracts butterflies and bees and shit. There's more bamboo. Asian lemon, real pretty. These are really easy to propagate. You know, I just come out here with the Sawzall. You know, find some, you know, some ones that are on the outside edge of the stand. Take the Sawzall, cut around it. You know, use a shovel, dig it up. You know, I usually cut them so you don't want to transplant some fucking 20-foot tall. I mean, you can, but it's a pain in the ass. You gotta use like stakes and shit to hold it up. So it's way easier just to fucking cut it off at like the 3rd or 4th node, and just it'll just regrow, and eventually it'll start shooting out new shoots, and then you got a whole new bamboo stand, and they just keep going, man. They don't stop. Oh yeah, this bamboo over here is absolutely massive. That's 40-foot tall, maybe taller. And that thing's almost as tall as that pine tree. That pine tree is like 70-foot tall. So this thing's getting close. But this bamboo it's called a big timber. It ain't no fucking joke, dude. It is big as shit. I don't even know if you can tell how big that is. Like, it's way bigger than my hand. Like, I can't wrap my hand around that. So to give you, for instance, like, that's my hand around like your standard, you know, 2-inch. So maybe a 2 inch. Yeah, that's the difference in size. So this thing's like probably 7-8 inches around. And that's one of the bigger ones. There's some smaller ones in there, but there's some good sized ones. They just keep getting bigger and bigger. You know, I mean, the original pup that I planted here is gone. So now this is all just new growth. So same as that. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what else we got out here. Got a loquat. Seems to be doing all right. Right over here by the pond. I like planting things by the pond because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of ground moisture available to the plants when they're around the pond. So, you know, yeah, I feel like you have to do less watering to maintain stuff. Oh, here's another passion vine over here. This is the variety that doesn't produce fruit, and it's a real pain in the fucking ass. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, I love it. But it'll make these little fruit balls about that big, and that's as big as they ever get, and then they just will fall off. It just never sets. But, I mean, you know, you get that. And you get lots and lots and lots. I mean, this thing just produces non-stop flowers all year long. Never stops. There's never like a point in time where it doesn't produce flowers. And I mean, look at it. Bees all over the thing. So, you know, that's what you want. You know, you want those pollinators. You know, because I'm trying to grow mangoes and avocados and plums. I got plums going right now, and the loquats and the cherries. I mean, all that stuff. You know, you definitely want your pollinators. So I'm happy to have that. whether it produces fruit or not. It can produce fruit for other plants because it brings in the pollinators. And that's what you want. You want those pollinators, man. So, all right, y'all. Make sure you get yourself squared away, because we don't know what the fuck's coming. Something weird's happening. Something pretty unusual is probably going to... There's probably nobody watching this video. Anybody who might have been watching this video for the first few minutes, they're not going to be watching to this point in the video. So, yeah, like don't freak out. Don't go crazy and start losing your shit. You know, don't be one of those people when things get weird that you're like, you're trying to fight over the last fucking can of chunky soup. Do not be that fucking idiot. Please, for the love of God. You can still get like a 20-pound bag of rice for like $10. It's like cheap. It's cheap as fuck, man. You can get a bunch of beans. Like, beans are cheap as fuck. Rice is cheap as fuck. Like, just, just go out and get some of that shit. You know, get enough of that to last you like a month. You know, that you can keep yourself sustained for like a month. You know, I mean, shit, you can order that fucking shit on Amazon. You get a 50-pound bag of rice on Amazon, 50-pound bag of beans. Have that shit delivered to your door. And then, you know, you just have it. It's just there if you ever need it. And it doesn't go bad. It's not going to rot. And, the 50-pound bags, that's a little harder to store. I recommend the smaller to like 20-pound bags. And when you get it, you stick it in the freezer for like 3 or 4 days. That way if there's any like insect eggs in there or something like that, it'll kill it. And that way you can just throw it in the closet and leave it in there for fucking 10 years if you needed to. But yeah, get yourself some rice and beans, man. That's about it. Maybe some water. Have access to some water. Doesn't have to be a crazy amount of water, but it's good to have some water laying around. Or the ability to get some water. Like, water's pretty important. Like, at this point in the game, anybody who still lives in a city environment or a big cityscape, like, you're not leaving. Let's be real. Like, at this point in the game, like, if you ain't left the fucking cities, you ain't fucking leaving the city. So, those are the people who are going to be struggling the most to maintain some level of normalcy when shit goes sideways, which it might not. I mean, they've kept it going this long, so the potential for them to keep it going even longer, sure. They've propped the system up this fucking long, so who's to say they can't keep it propped up for another fucking 5-10 years? Probably not, though. Let's not fool ourselves. The likelihood of this system maintaining itself for another decade. I mean, really? Yeah, probably not. So, yeah, a little bit of food, a little bit of water. It's not going to kill you. Have a little extra food and water just as a backup, just in case. So, but if not, it's fine. Like, don't go freaking out. I mean, if you die, like, it doesn't matter. This is a grand illusion. Keep that in mind. It's a grand illusion. It's like a video game. It's kind of like a video game in a way. And, I mean, you don't worry about when a video game character dies. Like, it's not a concern. So, if you feel that you're one of those video game characters, and, just, I don't know what I'm saying, but just know that if you die through the ensuing madness that may come, it's not a big deal. It's not. Don't worry about it. just, yeah. If you want to continue playing the game, like, you got to have some level of preparation in order to stay in the game. Right? Like, if you're completely ill-prepared to survive even a few days, like, then you're just not going to be playing the game anymore. It's okay. It's fine. So, depending on your level of desire to continue to drive through this simulation, that'll kind of dictate your level of preparedness. So, but yeah, if you don't, if you just don't care, then that's okay. Nobody's like forcing you to do anything. Do what you want, man. So, all right. Well, oh shit. Let me show you this real quick. That's the Chinese lantern. Produces some pretty fucking cool flowers, man. And the mother plant is way over there under that tree. And that was just a cutting. I didn't know that I could grow these from a cutting. I just took a cutting off of that and stuck it in a pot. And sure enough, it grew. So, just one more. Oh, there's the plum. Started those from seed. There's one there. Got one there. These two hopefully will pop. We'll see. Oh, yep. That one's actually starting to pop right there. See that? So, there's about to be 3. And that 4th one will probably go too. I'm not too worried about it. It'll pop. Those were seeds, had roots on them. Some of them had long roots. Some of them just had little tiny poppers just coming on. So, yeah. Some are going to take longer than others. That's okay. All right. We'll get the fuck on out of here. Take her easy, y'all.